Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hold on, wait a minute. Give me a second. Okay. Let me take out the AirPod. There, my phone charging. Yeah, yeah. What's happening, guys? It's your boy Hannibal Callens. We back up in this piece, as some would say. Some might even go as far as to say we in this John, depending on where they from. Guys, I dropped that video yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was about just a little thing. It's been on my mind, and because I love you guys, I'm trying to do a better job just posting stuff, that I'm thinking about and stuff that's on my mind. Because y'all deserve a lot more content from me for keeping it a buck and a bean. Record. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Hannibal Callens. I'm just getting ready for work, but I wanted to kind of yap a little bit before I go. I was supposed to get on live a lot earlier, but my morning got a little weird, and I'm not going to lie, I have not been as efficient as I should have. So we'll probably try to talk more about this tomorrow, because I owe y'all, but I got to check my work schedule. I got to check my work schedule for tomorrow. I can't think off the top of my head what time I'm working on Monday. But anyway, pop in if you're here. No pressure if you're not. Just, And you know what really this is? Oh, what's up? What's up, Peyton? I peep that you out here, Peyton. Yeah. Peyton in the house. Yeah. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me turn that off. Might give a little bit more of a cinematic feel to the lighting. I had my ceiling fan light on. Not gonna lie, disappointed in me because I should have been doing all this a lot faster and a lot sooner. Now I only can really be on for like 30 minutes. I even had to get all my stuff ready for work beforehand because I'm about to hit this live and then immediately hustle off to work. But if I'm smart, let's see if we can't snag a couple of. I don't know. I just wanted to reiterate, just sort of yap. And there's a few things that I'm thinking about, right? I'm trying to become more consistent with my lives. What's poppin'? Yeah. See, we got some people in here. Looks like y'all probably hopped in here on accident. That's okay. My feelings aren't hurt. No harm, no foul, no prob. It's no beef. It's no beef for real. I set a timer for when I gotta stop, but it's over there. I'm looking at the clock. I'm also just playing with angles and stuff, We running some test lives. I definitely want to go live more often. I'm just hoping, we practicing. Let me know if y'all hear that. Let me know if y'all hear. I just got some notifications on my computer, and I'm not sure if you guys would hear them. But, by the way, anyone who knows about natural hair, please don't. Anybody that dogs me for my picking technique, if you dog me for my picking technique, you will not be. Oh, darn it! I'm looking at the wrong. I'm all off the center. Okay, now, if you're in my Twitch or my YouTube, let me know. Say what's up. I'm really happy. I'm having a lot of fun doing these. Wait a minute. I gotta try to get these to where I'm in the middle on both. Is it possible to do that? Right now, I'm in the middle on my Instagram, but I'm off to the right on my Anyway, sorry. And I never do this because it takes so long and I don't want to waste my time. It's just weird because it makes it difficult for me to keep track of which one I should be, where I should be sitting because my angles. Guys, we're going to yap about a lot of this AI stuff another time, I promise. I am going to do it today, though, because I owe you and I owe me. I owe you and I owe me. I said I was going to do it today. I even, on YouTube, I put a comment on my video that I made about it, my short, telling people, I think the caption for that one, I said, hey, Cisco, what do you think? You guys don't understand. To me, Cisco is so cool. And I thought about it more. I always thought Cisco was cool, and I go through these phases of just like getting obsessed with a couple of his songs. But the Thong song, not even the only like hit that man made, you know. And I wrote topics on my whiteboard. I don't know to keep track. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I got distracted on my phone. Normally in the mornings, I don't go on my phone, so I can try to stay. I try to stay off my phone as long as I can. And this morning, my lady called me, and we were talking, and I was like, "Dang it! Once I get that phone in my hand, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm cookity wookity." And this is the thing that sucks about like social media as a entertainer today. Like, and I've talked to lots of OGs in comedy, and I've also heard it a lot on stuff like podcasts. I think it was Ali Sadiq who said it, but it was somebody else on the Hot Breath podcast, which is a great stand-up comedy podcast. It's a wonderful one. They talk to a bunch of headliners and people that have done it for a long time and famous entertainers and comedians. But anyway, somebody on there, they were saying like, and you hear it a lot if you listen to old heads at all, but it's like back in the day, to be a great comedian, all you had to do was be funny. You just had to be a good comedian. But now, in order to be a successful comedian, you have to be so many other things. You have to be a video editor. You got to be a producer. You got to be so many other things in order to get seen, and it just sucks, right? Because the game has changed. It's not what it used to be, And I get, yes, is that the sort of the nature of things? Yeah, stuff changes. But even then, when you're like in it, it's just frustrating. Because I'm really bad at social media. And, dude, I'm addicted to this junk. All right? I'm addicted to this crap. And I wish, okay. And by the way, guys, it's me, Hannibal Callens. Been doing stand-up comedy for well over a decade. And I like to go live with my writing sessions, so we get to work on stuff. I get to yap about technique, and we get to yap about what you want to talk about too. It's always going to be a good time with me, and I will almost always be able to connect everything back to comedy. I think comedy is one of the best, if not the best art form, to practice and to be in, and I have done, I've done a lot of stuff. It's acting, singing, dancing, and all kinds of things, musical theater, and I've really found so much of myself and love for just the game of art, period, through comedy. And I love everything, but I think comedy I believe comedy is an incredibly important art form to master. And not only by hopping into these writing sessions are you going to be learning technique and stuff, but you're helping me as well. So I just appreciate y'all sharing a little bit of your time with me. I'm practicing trying to go live more often. So even though I'm only able to go live for a little bit this time around, and that is all my fault. You feel me? I'm kidding. No, but I'm going to try to do these more often. I always have to give myself more time for these too, because the initial heat up is always so awkward. It's so awkward when I'm trying to, get into the yap. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know what to... Who messaged me? Okay. Anyway, see. Hopefully y'all ain't in here right now. I look silly. Plus, I just realized that the live is delayed, so people probably gonna come in here when I'm saying nothing and then bounce. Guys, alrighty. So, let's yap. What was yap? It sounds so weird. You say yap too much, it starts to sound weird. If you didn't see it, I posted a short yesterday about how I think this AI version of the Thong song is. I think it perfectly encapsulates like the problem with AI. And I want to clarify something because I feel like it might have been a little bit tough to understand what I meant. So, like with a movie or something, like with many art forms, it's like it's got, okay, like if you watch a movie, the point of that movie is for it to be entertaining and for it to tell like a compelling story, which is part of it being entertaining, right? It's about it telling a compelling story or it being, I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's about it having a compelling story. What's happening? I just saw somebody hopped in my live for a second, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read the name. But thanks for stopping by. So if you watch like an action movie, part of the point of that action movie is for it to have good action, right? It might not need to tell a compelling story, but it needs to be entertaining. So how you would gauge, right, the metric of how successful that movie was at its job might be multiple pronged, right? You look at how good was the lead actor, how good were the fight scenes, how good were the supporting actors, and how good was the story, right? There's multiple prongs that you would look at that will determine or help you determine it just for yourself, how good was this movie? Why do I think this AI version, specifically of the Thong song, makes the problem with AI clear? It's because the Thong song, right, is like relevant for one reason. And I said this before. And by the way, I always think I'm like, I don't want to be rude. Oh, jeez, I really hope I don't hurt nobody's feelings. Which is why I wanted to preface, look, if anybody knows Cisco, please, ask him what he thinks or ask him to call me or whatever, because I want to know what he thinks. I don't want to make any assumptions, right, on the Thong song that he created. But this is my hypothesis, is that the whole joke of the Thong song is how well it's sung, right, is how much work goes into this thing. You get me? So the Thong song itself, it's not supposed to be a compelling song. It's not supposed to be a song that changes the way that you see. Oh my God, don't tell me I was off screen for all that. It's not supposed to be like a compelling song. It's not supposed to be something that changes the way that you see the world or how you vote, right? It's not even supposed to have intricate lyrics that make you think, right? The whole appeal of that song specifically is how hard they sing it, you know, for lack of better words, being funny, but it's like, it's how hard he goes on that song. Does that make sense? I yapped a lot around it, and I'm going to try to find a simpler way to say it, because my whole point of restating that was to simplify it, and I just didn't. I don't feel like, but the whole point of the Thong song is how it is sung, right? Not what is being sung. It is how it's sung, right? So then with this AI version mimicking this art piece, which is the Thong song, that has such a direct, like, metric, so not metric, but like the whole point of the original Thong song, if my hypothesis is correct, the whole point of the Thong song is that it is oversung. That's what makes it funny, right? This AI version, being orchestra style and churchy, is telling the same joke, right? It's the same joke. Here's something dumb. Here's something silly. And I prefer the word silly because dumb is a negative connotation. And I do not think, I don't think the Thong song is dumb. I think that it is silly because it's funny. It's supposed to be like that. But the AI creating an overdone version of the Thong song, you're literally telling the exact same joke. It's the same joke. Yes, it's done in a different style, which is where, we get into what I believe highlights the problems with AI, right? Specifically with the Thong song, any way that you did it, you would be telling the same joke, right? Because it's not about the lyrics. It's not about the deeper message. It's about the fact that you're singing this song at all. This hilariously simple thing. So this AI making a version of that, it's telling the exact same joke. The issue here, right, is that this AI mimics the passion of stuff that is created. The only reason that we like art, right? I think really the truth is the only reason that people enjoy art and is because of the passion that's put into it, right? How much work goes into this thing, even if you don't know that. Even if we, the audience, don't know that, right? And that, again, this links back to comedy. This is why I think comedy is so interesting, because comedy is all about making something incredibly difficult look effortless. That's why everybody thinks they can do it. But, right, for people that love comedy or people that are doing it, and boy, I have so much to say for people that are doing comedy, that kind of wraps into the same thing. The fact that this stuff feels easy is half, if not more, of the magic trick itself. The fact that comedy, right, seems like something anybody could do it is part of the magic trick. It's actually really difficult. And not everybody has the discipline to actually get good at it. But the fact that your buddy at the bar goes, "Oh, I could do that," that means you got him. As a comedian, that means you got him. Because they're not supposed to walk out of this seeing the wires. Like with the Kung Fu movies, those old Kung Fu movies and movies, period. When you go see Avengers Endgame, you are not supposed to see the wires and the green screen. You are supposed to experience the story that they're telling you. With art, it's a lot of that same thing. And guess what? Kung Fu movies and Avengers Endgame, they're all art, right? It's all art. The whole point is for you to not see how it's done. It's why I like to relate stand-up comedy to magic tricks, right? To sleight of hand. Because all of the technique, that's not for the audience to know. That's for the magician to know, right? The magician is supposed to know the sleight of hands. The audience is supposed to enjoy the show, right? So the fact that people walk away from a magic trick and they go, "Oh my God, how did he do that?" The fact that David Blaine goes out and does magic tricks in front of black people and they run all the way down across the street, right? They're like, "Yo, how you do that? Oh my God." That's the point. Bringing that back to this AI version of the song, the reason that this AI version is so good to people, and by the way, some people, I don't know, somebody might be wondering why I didn't tag that song onto my video, or why I'm not even using it now or showing it. It's because I actually really don't want to send people to it. I really don't want to send people to this AI version because I'm literally talking about how it's the problem. You know, the this AI version of the song highlights the issue, and so I don't want to then also send people to it. It just kind of seems contradictory. Um, in fact, this is really silly, and it probably doesn't matter at all. I won't look the song up on my phone or on my computer at home. I won't look up the AI version, but when I go to work, I'll pull it up on the computer there before we do a game show. I'll pull it up there so I can hear it, you know. And the reason why this is also why this one specifically caught me. It's because I like this. It's because I love Cisco's work so much. And I used to do that to myself. And it's one of the things that I really should have been doing for years. I always had, and I used to do this to myself. I would break the Thong song into vocal parts. And I think on one of my old phones, I might have it recorded where I was doing it. I was breaking it into vocal parts because I was going to later put them all together. So then to see an AI that did that, oh, Now, I'm not going to say it stole my idea, didn't steal my idea, right? I never put that idea into practice. I never walked it out, walked it out, walked it out, walked it out. Anyway, I never actually followed through, but it is the concept of that. And it's the concept that somebody comes up with an idea and AI is able to do that idea, but in half the time and at half the effectiveness. I got to wrap up, and I don't... Who's in here? Okay, somebody else hopped in. I'm sorry, guys. I can't see where my computer is without my glasses, but my glasses put all that glare on, so it's hard for y'all to see me. Excuse me. I'm going to figure out ways to optimize, and by showing up to this live today, you're helping me. You guys are helping me out just by showing up and being a part of it, helping me even down just to my angles because I get to practice, you know. But there's two things I want to say here because I think I want to have them clipped for later maybe. But what I want to say is this. I think that one of the issues that makes the whole concept of AI art difficult to discuss is the fact that there is a divide between the creators, right? Between artists. Oh, I want to say this way. Okay. There is a divide between the creators and the customers. There's an inherent divide between the two groups that makes communicating the issue of AI difficult to convey the necessary empathy for. Like, what does that mean? If you guys, I love to watch videos on YouTube, especially ones about internet culture, but I watch a lot about how AI slop is ruining the platform of YouTube, right? There's a bunch of people that are making AI videos, and those AI videos are taking the views away from real YouTube channels made by actual people. And part of why this is such a problem is, number one, the customers don't, like the customer, which is the audience, which is the viewers, they do not know how the sausage gets made. And like we said earlier about watching Avengers Endgame and watch the Kung Fu movies, that's the point. Dune 2, in any movie that you put out there, right? I'm picking movies that I really like. Dune 2 is such a great movie because you don't see any of the cameramen. It's a perfect example. Dune 2 is such a great movie because you don't see the cameramen. You don't see the people that make this movie on the back end. All the people involved are making that movie. And you don't see how they do it. Now, granted, if you want to see how it's done, those are different. That's different content. And that's what I think makes YouTube cool, right? YouTube both has, well, it has everything on there. But YouTube has information. It has videos that are to entertain and videos that are intended to educate, right? Which is, I just say that to kind of, we push that stuff to the side. Because when I say you watch a YouTube video, the viewer isn't supposed to know how the video gets made. People go, well, actually, people do make videos about that. Yes, but that's different content that serves that purpose. So when we're looking at stuff that's just about entertaining, you do not know how the sausage gets made. And the casual customer for artists, the casual customer never knows how the sausage gets made. Because of that, there is an inherent divide in understanding the value of the work that goes into making that sausage. This metaphorical sausage, which is art, right? We're connecting it back to the YouTube thing. This is what I've heard people say when they're discussing the impact that AI videos have on an audience, right? AI video channels do really well on YouTube because they can pump out an inhuman number of videos at an unrealistic frequency. The problem with that is the customer is able to get their videos breaking down episodes of South Park, right? They're able to get a video entertaining them about a summary of an episode of South Park at double, triple, 4, 5 times the speed of a regular content creator. And so for the customer, it's, hey man, it's more content. It's more videos for me to watch. What's the problem? But the problem is that these AI channels are taking that attention away from the people that are actually making this stuff. The people that are actually making videos about these topics. And they cannot compete. Why can they not compete? Because they are making the sausage. When you look at these actual content creators, their stuff takes more time. And it's because they're actually making the sausage. But for the person who's buying it, they don't understand a lot of times. They don't understand, and you can't really blame them. They're the customer, they're not the craftsman. So they don't know how they don't know why, they don't know how sausage ends up in the meat aisle of their grocery store. They're just glad that every time they go to the grocery store, there's sausage. And hey, in the grocery store example, if you're a person that's working your job 40 hours a week to not make ends meet, I can't even blame you for wanting cheap, affordable, ready sausage. I can't blame you for that. But the issue is trying to get people that are not craftsmen, trying to get the customer to realize, hey, these people that are giving you guys sausage, this is not real meat, or, in the meat, I know there's like a big thing with lab-grown meat or cloned meat, right? Which, I'm watching my time, I got to wrap, but, and remind me, next time I want to say all this stuff, I want to say all this in half the time that I said this, but I also want to yap into it, but we just landed on the key problem. Cloned. Here's the thing about those YouTube videos that people are seeing, and yeah, the audience, right, the customer is like, great, someone's dropping a new video about monkeys explaining the economy. They're dropping a video every day. Compared to the original channel that was making videos about monkeys and money, dropping one, once a week or once a month. To the customer, this is better. But it isn't actually better, and the reason that they think it's better is because they don't know how the sausage gets made, and they don't know that they're being sold cloned meat. This is why the AI channels do not tell you up front that they are AI. Why is that? It's because the reason we like art is because of the perceived human passion of it. And they know that. That's why they don't tell you, hey man, this is AI. Because they know people wouldn't watch it. Because what people are really looking for when they're watching art is that human connection. Or the perception of that human connection, right? That's why all the AI artists aren't going to tell you they're AI. Somebody else on the internet has to investigate it and crack that. It's the same reason why people who go get their body done, which is a whole different issue, but it's why people who go get their body done often don't just tell you that's what they did. It's because we know that at the end of the day, at the bottom of it, people want the truth, and or they seek the truth, and or they believe that what they're seeing is the truth. So it is in your benefit, right, as a AI content creator or someone in a similar situation, it's in your best interest to not mention that what you're giving them is fake. Now, what people say, and they say the same thing about plastic surgery. Nobody actually cares. Nobody actually cares. If that's true, then you should be able to just tell people that's what you did. But we understand. I believe that people understand that the narrative of hard work and discipline and creative freedom, right? Being so talented that you can make whatever you want. That's why I think Cisco is a creative genius, because when you look at a lot of the songs he was making, they were super fun. They were super good and super fun. But you look at this and I go, this dude was just making whatever he wanted to make. And I think that's actually what people want out of, like, the dream of being talented is to be able to have fun with it. Imagine being so talented you could sing whatever you wanted to sing. Imagine being such a good writer you could write whatever you wanted to write. And I think ultimately and I gotta let this go, but I'm hitting gold. Everybody wants Ultra Instinct. And we believe the people we're watching have it. It's why we love freestyle rap. Because we believe that's what this guy was already doing in theory. But bringing it back to the cloned meat, they won't tell you that they're selling you cloned meat because they know you won't be comfortable with it being cloned meat, right? And I remember this was a big issue years ago, and those documentaries. I remember watching one in college in a class and in high school in a class. They were talking about how, companies are trying to sell you cloned meat and not tell you. It's like, why wouldn't you tell us? It's because they know people will be uncomfortable with the fact that the meat is cloned. And I ask, why is that? I believe it is because, as humans, we are inherently driven towards the truth. We are inherently driven towards authenticity. We want it, right? And we think we're getting it. That's why grifters, not grifters specifically, but that's why someone who's giving you fake product can't tell you up front they're giving you fake product, because you're not going to actually be happy with a fake product. So they have to lie to you or let you be wrong as long as they can before they get caught. Thanks, guys, for hopping in. Even if you just hopped in for a second, you're the GOAT. I appreciate you guys. I got to let y'all go. I'm going to keep up with you guys. I'm going to look at my work schedule, and I'll try to let you know next time I'm going to go live, but I'm going to try to have that be at some point tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. I got some stuff to do, but yeah. Thanks for hopping in. This is your boy Hannibal Callens. It's the Laforatory, the lab for the laughs, and you guys right now are my laugh rats. Thanks for being here. I will catch you guys next time. Like, follow, and subscribe. But most importantly, I don't know. I gotta find my salutation, but I'm just going. Peace. Peace. I just did that because I thought that was funny to end like that.